Hey everybody, it's Barbara, and tonight, drum roll please, we have the long-awaited return of the fashion royalty home, the fashion royalty men, now rebranded as the Monarchs. Before you is the first doll, Layers of a Man, Romain Perrin. So he has a very direct connection to the original fashion royalty run. He is Veronique's brother. Evidently the only member of that family not named with a V. And this is the new packaging for him. So let's go ahead first and take a good look at the packaging. As I said, this is called the Monarchs. And I'm not sure, by the way, if the box I have has a little bit of a scratch on it, or if that's a monarch butterfly detail on the left-hand side, second from the left point on the crown. It reads, "The Monarch's Home." The box is textured, and by that I mean it almost has like a cloth feel to it. It's going to open up on the right hand side, which I will do in a moment. But as you can see on the back, you again have the monarch, and then you also have the product details. Integrity Toys, and I'm just going to lift this up. I'm going to lift this and try to get myself in here. The doll is designed by Von Sawyer, the packaging by Alain Tremblay. And without any further ado, let's see what he looks like. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. The very first of the Monarch collection, the return of Romain Perrin. Lots of layering in this look. Of course, we're going to talk about it when I debox him. I just want to very quickly continue to talk about the packaging a little bit. On the inside, you do have Integrity Toys' label again, and the accessory box is a bumblebee yellow. And I say bumblebee or perhaps a butterfly yellow because the box is honeycombed in texture. I'm going to try to bring this in a little bit so you can see it. There you go. It has a very nice honeycombed texture. So let me take a few minutes here, debox him, and when I come back, we will talk about all the layers of his looks. There's a reason why this is called Layers of a Man. And that is because, as you can see, this look has plenty of layers on it. It is a very, it's a very layered look. It's a good look if he works in New York, because you have to wear layers working here. I happen to be filming this review on June 5th. And so for me, it's a little funny to me that he's dressed for winter and it's actually kind of warm. This had been last Thursday, he would have been fine, but today it's like, oh no! Anyway, let's start out by looking at him himself. Obviously, we're gonna, he does not have real facial hair. He has, it is painted on. It is about 3 or 4 shades darker than his hair, but his facial hair matches his eyebrows, and his eyeshadow, and there's just a little bit of it. If you can see that, there's a little bit of it. That matches his hair. I would say that his eyes are a gray blue or maybe a gray brown. They're definitely gray. No blush. Nude lip, obviously, and he's got again, the faux, I want to say fake, the faux hair, it is a faux beard with a soul patch. Put this down for a second while I turn him around. His hair is fully rooted. And the sign that there isn't a whole lot of product in it is the fact that I had to style it a little bit because it came out a little messy when I undid the netting. There's some product in it. You would probably want to wash it out. But when you did, there's plenty of it to enjoy his hair. Which, as you can see, is like a golden blonde. Okay? Now, take a look at the coat from the back. I believe this coat is called a shearling coat. It is a mixture of wool and leather, or sheepskin and leather. I have no idea. I do not believe any animals were killed in the making of this jacket, so don't worry. There is the detailing of buttons at the cuff of his jacket. And I'm just going to pull this back a little bit. Not sure if there's even hooking. Nope, it's just sewn in. To turn him back front. Traditionally with this kind of coat, the wool would continue, and it does on the inside. And the jacket would close if you were not going to have all these layers on it with hook and eye. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take off his hands, because I think that would ultimately make it easier to get the jacket and the rest of his layers on and off. He does come with 2 sets of hands. The ones that are here, I think he would best use to grip. And you also have the dialing hands. And you do not have any polish on these hands. So let's go back to looking at the rest of his outfit. I just said we talked about the top coat. There is a kind of ski vest. It is in silver. It is quilted, or made to look like it's quilted, and lined on the inside. No pockets on the inside, no pockets in the jacket, but actually, you know what? Let me take that back. No pockets on the inside of this, but this pocket is quite real. Because as usual, men have great pockets, and women just have to suffer. This is also a functioning pocket. And I'm assuming, again, if he didn't have layers on, or if I didn't clip this in, his stand-in right underneath him, this would also be able to zip up. But let's also pull this off. I feel like I'm doing a striptease here. To reveal his sweater, which is a cable knit, a light cable knit. It's not a heavy sweater, it's a light sweater. Again, which makes sense because you'd want it for a look like this, you're looking to layer, not to die in the heat. This is the look from the front. It is, by the way, a faux turtleneck. Underneath, he is not wearing a t-shirt, though he is quite... Oh God, I think I just got myself shot off of YouTube. But parts of his chest have a little more detail than usual. So for that sake, I'm going to say that the trousers close with hook and eye and the zipper. And I'm not going to check and see if he's wearing underwear while we are on camera, because that would definitely get me banned. While I'm thinking about it, I'm just going to take a quick look on either ear. This doesn't come with jewelry, but in case he's tempted to be pierced, the ears are not pierced. The trousers are full-length trousers. They also have a pocket on either side. and not really on the, it looks like they should on the back, but those are faux. The checked pattern of the trousers is going to match the jacket and the vest, which is not a surprise because that's how Integrity does things. They bring it all together in a really cohesive look. Speaking of cohesive, you're going to see the silver of his vest repeated again in his Oxford boots, which are a combination of silver and black. Nothing special about the heel. And that is his look. Let me take a moment here to gently readjust him. This is, by the way, a new stand for them, so I'm not sure I'm even using this correctly, but here he is on the stand. The stand is going to say Monarchs with the new and yes, it is supposed to be there. It's a butterfly monarch emblem. The Monarchs home. And just to show you the back of the stand so you get a sense of what kind of stand this is. So that's pretty much about it. Him and the stand. But that's not the only reason why he's so awesome. There is an extra accessory which I think is pretty cool, and I've talked about it. It's the camera. So let's turn him forward while I talk about the camera. Okay. So it comes in several pieces, which makes a certain amount of sense because that's how you're going to buy cameras these days. You have the base. This is the front of the base, where you would obviously put the lenses in, where I will do that in a second, and the strap. And in the back, you have all the modern digital readings and preview screens that you would have on a camera that exists now. It comes with a flash, and the flash moves. And the flash also nowadays has a digital reading. The flash moves like this, and it goes on top of the camera very neatly, like, of course, very neatly, and then it's like, haha, very neatly, like so. Okay. And then you have the choice of two lenses. You have a very large lens, which presumably you would use for distance shots. And you have the smaller filtered lens that you would use for studio shots, I guess. And if you notice, or I'm not sure how this is, clearly you're going to be able to see this, there's sort of like 3 grooves in where the lens would go, and there are 3 grooves on the lens. So you just basically match them up and give it a little twist, and the lens stays in. And that is his camera. And like all good cameramen, he also has a really great bag, fully functional. The flaps open. I'm not going to do that right now, but they do open. Maybe if I can quickly get them to work, and I usually can't, and that's because my fingernails are so not present. I can never get these things to open, but anyway. But inside there are pockets for the camera and for the lenses. Trust me, I feel them in there. Let's see if I can't force it open, so I'm not going to do that, but trust me, they're in there. You also have 2 pockets here for like extra film, and a working zip pocket in the back, again very deep. So he's got this really nice gear bag, and that's it for him. That's it for Romain. He is the first of the Monarchs. He was previewed at the W Club event at the Fashion Royalty Convention, along with some of the other Monarchs. He's the first to be in our hands. He is gorgeous. This was a W Club lottery doll, which means if you want to have him, you're going to have to either be a member of the W Club, tell somebody in the W Club you love them and maybe they'll get it for you, or you're going to have to get it on eBay in the secondary market. But you know what? You want to do that. Why? Tons of look. I said this when I was doing the Gangster's Kingdom review. There's not a lot of people out there that do 12 to 13 inch male clothing well. Integrity Toys consistently does male clothing well. So you've got a turtleneck and trousers, shoes, a ski vest, and a really nice jacket. All in one figure, all in one doll. Get it. Also, there's something to be said for getting a doll that is the first in a new run. So there's some historical value to this. Most importantly, and YouTube, I know I'm already in trouble with you for the chest shot, but this is also a figure that if you ever wanted to do a diorama, slightly more traditional, and you were looking for, let's say, a messiah of a certain world-dominating religion, this would not be a bad figure to work as a messiah figure. Let's put it that way. I'm not even sure. Oh, the late great JC, let's call him. Or maybe he's always with us, so kind of late, always great JC. So now that I've completely gone the way of sacrilege, I think I better end this review. Romain Perrin, get him. Keep your eyes open because more of the Holmes line is coming in the next 4 to 5 weeks, tariffs permitting. You definitely want to be on the lookout for them, and be on the lookout on my page. In the next couple of days, I'm going to be doing a scale review where I'm going to have several male figures lined up, and we're going to do the measurements to show you the differences in body type. So for Roman and me, this is Barbara, wishing veterans a very peaceful week, thanking those veterans who are celebrating D-Day tomorrow or commemorating D-Day tomorrow. I'm thanking you for your service. It is very much appreciated. Everybody, take care. Bye-bye.